Today, I will be continuing the long journey of beating Valheim on its hardest settings. From each creature being faster, stronger, and higher level to no map, no portals, and 1x resources, as well as the hardcore death setting, this is going to be a tough one. Before we get started, I'm currently trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers, and if you guys could help me get there, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys would like to watch this series from the beginning, there is a banner in the top right now to start from the beginning of the playlist, but if not, that is perfectly fine because we're going to give a recap, and we are not that far into the series. First, before we get started as well, let's talk about exactly what the settings are. We got combat difficulty as very hard. This means creatures do double damage, are 20% faster and bigger, and have a 40% higher chance to level up, meaning being a 1 or a 2 star. From that, when we die, we are set to hardcore, meaning all inventory and character stats are destroyed. The harvest rate is 1x. There's an option for 0.5x, but we will not be doing that because it disables some game mechanics, and we do not have raids on, but we also have no portals and no map. So let's continue with my hardest playthrough yet. And we are back with Valheim's hardest settings. Today, we are in the plains. I'm a little terrified of it. Haven't been on in a few days. And before we get started, there's two things. One, we got another name to put on the wall when we get back to base. So thank you to that person. And also, I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas yesterday, or just a good Thursday if you don't celebrate. But obviously, I took the day off to hang out with my family, so we're back today. I do have a couple other news things, but I will hold them off for different parts of the episode when I'm, kind of just doing little stuff. That way I have something to talk about. So stick around for that. Right now, what I'm looking at is I think we're going to go get iron. I think we're going to go get everything that we need to bring back to base to start our little, plains processing area. And then the idea is to actually go back to base today. We'll harvest some of this stuff up and get the spinning wheel and all of that made. But the idea is to start integrating this plains farm with our actual area back at base. So right now we have enough food. We have enough arrows. I don't have a lot of arrows. We have enough stuff though, I think, to go out. There's a lot of different things I want to do today. But I want to start by going to get iron. So we're just going to start with that. Do I have an antler pick on me? I don't. Hold on. I shouldn't need it. I have a level 2 iron pick. I should be okay for now. It's not going to be a super big journey. But I want to get out of the plains for a little bit. I'm kind of getting back into it today. Not back into it, but I don't know. Just as I come back for the day, I'm a little worried about, again, making mistakes as soon as I get on. So I think if I just get out of the dangerous area for a little bit, that's probably a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to a nearby swamp. There's a few of them around, but I know mainly one where I haven't gotten that much iron from. Or we can go back to the bone mass one, whichever one. And from there we can, I don't know, we need probably 50 iron, 60 iron. I want to grab tar on the way back here, replant our plants, and then we'll actually head back to base. And we can start processing that iron while more plants grow. And we'll be able to come back and set up, I don't know, like I said, today the idea is just, I want to get the padded iron armor made. I want to get maybe a porcupine made because I like running it in the plains, along with our silver sword. And I want to try and get the bait made as well as our fishing rod so we can make the death skeeto, repellent type stuff. I've never made it before. There's still a skeleton under the water there. I've never made the death skeeto repellent stuff, but I think I want to try it this series, so we're going to definitely try that out. We've got a plenty big plains over here for us to fish at and stuff. We can set up a little fishing dock at one of these areas. I can learn how to Valheim fish, and we're going to have a good day. So, let's talk about the first piece of news, though. So, I think that the modded series that I started, I think it was last week, with the new mod pack, I started it I was going kind of slow, but a lot of people did really seem to like the mod pack. I just didn't love the video itself. It was more about how I made it than the mod pack or the game. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and make that one into a full movie. I have a bunch of mods to put with it and stuff now, and so it's I figure why not just go ahead and make that into a movie rather than do episodes of it. So that's going to be happening in the background of this. There's a couple things happening in the background of this. Some of them are not working out how I thought they would. Some of them are working out great. So there's some of the projects that I've said that are coming are still coming. Some of them that I've said that are coming aren't coming because they're not working out the same way that I thought they would. But the other piece of news is I think I'm going to continue. I know they haven't necessarily been daily at the end of this month, but kind of what was happening at the beginning of the month, the daily kind of uploads, I plan to continue those into next year. I don't know when yet. right now I have it set in my mind that I'm at least going to go to my birthday, which is in January, so, but it's towards the end of it. So I'm like, okay, that gives me, you know, another month pretty much to do it. And if I do it then, and I can find a manageable way to do it for, I'm not going to say life, but, you know, for a really extended amount of time, for years, or a year, I'm totally down to start doing daily uploads every day. You guys really seem to enjoy them. It helps me out a lot. It's growing the channel really quickly, and I've found ways to do it that have made the videos a lot quicker to make. So, and I can still make the big movies in the background as well. So, I mean, I don't know, as long as you guys, I feel like I am insane for, oh, there's Thor. I feel like I'm a little insane for thinking that, you know, people will watch that, but it's also, I don't want to say imposter syndrome, but it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like blown back by how many people want to watch me play Valheim and other games, so I gotta get used to that. I gotta get used to like planning around that. But yeah, the idea is that at some point, we want to go right here. The idea is that at some point we start doing movies in the background with the daily uploads. So movies would be happening as often as they were before, but plus we have daily uploads. You guys will have all the content in the world to watch. And, you know, if I miss a day here and there, it's not because I'm dying or falling off or burning out. It's just because life happens sometimes. And that's just how it is. Or like some days, videos may be a little late. Today I decided that I was going to be doing other stuff for the first half of the day. So the video is going to be out a little late. Stuff like that will happen. But if I do that, if I can be okay with that kind of stuff happening and you guys just understand that that's how it happens, then, you know, that makes it much more sustainable and easier for me to say, like, oh yeah, I can do that for a year. But that's our little swamp up here. I don't actually know how many swamp crypts are up this way. We had one that we already cleared on our last iron run, and I don't know if there's that much more up here, but I mean, it looks like a decent sized swamp. I'm assuming there's more than one. So we'll stop up here. We'll find some iron. We'll get it back to base. I think I want to bring like 60 or 70 back to base minimum. If I get more than that, I mean, it's building stuff. We can build. I want to go get the tar from the tar pit to get a comfort area going back at base, and maybe at the plains base, and just do a whole bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, this is where my little house is at. So we had a whole bunch of things like that that are going down, but it's all just gonna be iron and tar for right now. I have a whole plan to tame locks and stuff today, if I have time, and if not, we'll set up, you know, we'll set up a pen or something, and we'll get to it in another episode. But for right now, the first order of business is this iron. Oh, guys, I may have messed up. I don't have a swamp key on me. So what we're gonna do, I want to check real quick. Does this swamp have a crypt? And if it does, we'll come back, because it's probably the closest swamp to us. But if it doesn't... Oh, it's not the closest swamp to us, I guess, because we went through the one that we passed. But with the possibility for crypts. But if it doesn't, then we'll go to a different one when we come back up. But yeah, we're going to have to go back to base. I did not realize that at all. I guess I thought I was going to come back between the plains and now. I really don't have it. Just trying to check. No, I really don't. And... okay, is there any swamp crypts? If not, we'll go back to the bone mass swamp. I'm kind of thinking that might be a better idea anyways. It's just way farther away. Okay, wait, there might be. That's not one, but this is a bigger swamp than it looks like. Dude, what are we looking at here? This is such a long, weird-shaped swamp. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. That sucks, though. If like I said, if I find another one, then that's cool. But if we don't, I guess we're just going back to base, and we'll find a new direction. We also always could start going the other direction. I don't know. It's much easier to keep track of everything when I have landmarks and stuff that I've already kept out. But I am kind of going... I'm going north, so eventually here soon I want to head south for the Mistlands. For when I start to go towards the Ashlands, and so that would be sick. And I will say, real quick, if I'm here... even if I don't get to get the iron I needed, I can sit here for a second and gather up some entrails so I can make sausages when I come back. I feel like that's a solid idea. Okay, there's still a decent amount of swamp. There's still a chance we see it, but yeah, we're gonna have to go back to boat. Oh, that's great. I mean, it is what it is, but we're gonna have to go on a little adventure. The Bone Mass Swamp has about 5 swamp crypts that all have iron and are partially cleared. I just didn't take the time to take it back to base because I had gotten hit by bone mass, I was running out of food, and I was just absolutely destroyed from that fight, so I just never actually grabbed any of that to take back with me. But, yeah, it looks like we don't have one here, so I think we're going to go back. Wait. Nope. Yeah, I think we're going to have to head back to the bone mass one, which is quite a bit farther away. We got to go back home first. I almost feel like it would be quicker to just stop at Elder and kill another one, but that's fine. We'll go back to home. And we'll bring back our swamp key. We'll check on everything back at base. We'll probably make some more food up because, you know, we'll be back. We really didn't get that many entrails, but we got some. And we'll head back up here with that kind of stuff. And hopefully, I don't know, not forget anything else super important. But quite honestly, that's, I don't know, that's a minuscule thing to forget. And honestly, there's a chance that my plants, they wouldn't be grown quite yet, I don't think. But if they are looking like they're going to be grown by the time I get back down there, I could sleep at that base. They may be grown in the morning, and then I could replant those for the first time before I come up. Or I could replant them on the way back up, and we'll have flax that are growing. A lot more flax. And that'll just kind of push us, that'll just happen in the background while we're dealing with all this other stuff. So, okay, back to base we go. Okay, it's morning. These are not quite done yet. They're getting close, though. They'll be done by probably the time we get back up here. So we'll replant them when we get back up. But it's so nice to have, like, I don't know, a forge and stuff up here that I can just repair all my stuff at. It's like a new little stopping station. So I will grab also the antler pick while I'm down there, but still headed back to base. Just figured I'd show you guys that we were going to have to replant them on the way back up instead of right now. Okay, swamp key grabbed. We can put, like, I don't know. We need to do better storage here, but what do we got still? That's fine for now. We can make we're gonna make a little bit of food since it's, you know, kind of late in the day, but we're gonna head right back out. Antler pick, that's what I needed too. Let's grab that real quick. Shoot, should we try and make more arrows as well? That's another question. Antler pick is there. Okay, can we make more obsidian arrows? Not that one, not that one. Yes, we can. Okay, we will do that. We're going to make some obsidian arrows too, just because they're way better. And then we'll head back out. We're going to go up the same way. Like I said, I think we're going to go up to bone mass. We got the key. We got our antler pick. We'll worry about the tar in the comfort area here in a minute. But I want to go get that first. So it kind of sucks that we're going to have to spend this much time going back and forth. But it is what it is. We will be able to grab trader stuff from those swamp crypts and be able to buy the fishing rod and stuff with it. And then I can figure out how you're supposed to fish in Valheim. I can make the special bait. And the other thing that I want to get some of the iron for is like stuff like the food prep table and some of the like crafting stations here at base. I would like to be able to throw some up at that plains base. So that's what we can use the extra iron for. But I think because it's kind of late in the day, I'm just going to go ahead and grab some feathers, make some obsidian arrows, and make a little bit of food. That way when I head out tomorrow, we can just go straight up to bone mass without having much worry of anything. Or not needing to, like, yeah, stop for anything. We don't need to stop at the Plains Village or anything like that. We will need to stop to replant stuff if they look like they're done, but otherwise we'll be able to replant and just keep going. Alright, swamp key, both pickaxes. We got some sausages. We don't have a ton of other food. Like, the wolf skewers might run out kind of quickly, but it is what it is. And let's go. Headed back up to bone mass. It'll take us a while to get there because it's out by the Mistlands, but, you know, we should probably start getting used to that Mistlands route anyways of how to get out there because we're going to need it soon. I'll stop by with you guys to the Plains Farm when we get up there, and we can kind of count how much flax we're going to get and start to replant it. I do want to look for more Plains villages today. I just think getting barley going in there is a good idea. We're going to be in the plains just farming some stuff out for quite a while. For quite a few episodes, but again, like getting the starts to each thing so that way they can go in the background is more what we need than anything. So I'll bring you guys back when we're out there. We'll stop at some plains villages. We may not stop, but we'll like look on the way to bone mass, and then we'll stop either on the way back or we'll go out on another little expedition to get you know, just to get, we need tar today. After the iron, we need barley to go. We should start making fire resistance meads alongside our other meads, and we can start smelting black metal and all of that once we get the iron back to base. Oh, let's go, baby. Boy, look kind of big, honestly. I mean, I know I don't have the star versions on, but he look a little scary. Okay. Come on. I remember how hard he hits the boat. Okay, it's actually not terrible. Do we try and get the scales this time? I think yes. Ah, fuck. Is he gonna survive another hit? I need like a light hit. Like that. And I need him to get real close to the boat again. Do like this. There we go. That's what we wanted. We got 7 serpent meat. Oh, fuck. We did drop most of the scales. Still. Alright, I mean, if we have to do that with 10 serpents just to get the shield, it should work. But that's more meat. That's more stuff for plains progression and doing, that's more stuff for doing one of the little villages later in the plains. So, we're gonna keep that. That's also stuff for Yagluth if we don't get another one. I don't know why that was there, because it's not raining or storming or anything. It just be out in the ocean during the daytime. I'm perfectly fine with that, but I don't know that that necessarily follows its spawn rules, but that's okay. We're not even up to the plains base yet. I would like to get as many of those as I possibly can, though. Getting some farmed up serpent meat would be amazing. That, along with our lox meat stuff, and once we get barley, the pies, would make us, like, very strong. Comparatively to where we're at right now, just hanging out with sausages and, you know, wolf meat stuff. Okay, flax is done, so we should be getting 2 each. See, if this was 0.5x, which is an option, I would be getting... I mean, I'd have to get 100 farming, and I would only be able to farm the, like, the +1s. That's the only time that I would actually gain anything from planting it. Or I'd just have to only get it from villages. But for, you know, possibly a couple sets, like, that would be, like, every village on the map. And if you die any more than that, you're just completely screwed for most of the other stuff in the game. So that does not seem cool. Let's go this way. We got 50. That's actually really good, because that means... Damn, we got a lot of extra then. First of all, that means we got a lot of extra. Second of all... Oh, tell me that's not in the swamp. Okay. Second of all, I mean, that means... we should have like 100 and something at probably like 105 to 110 on this next one, because we'll get those extra pluses when we harvest. And I mean, that's likely enough for everything that we need, like, or enough to like have the farm be how it is, like, because then we can plant 100, harvest 100, or we can plant 100, we can harvest, we'll get 200, we can replant 100, keep 100, and keep any extra that gets kicked back to us. And we'll only have to farm that like once or twice, and we'll have enough flax to not worry about it for a little bit. And then we'll focus more heavily on barley, because, you know, barley's more important throughout the basis of the game. Something else that I think, so I've seen people talk about, and I've seen it in a few videos because I've thought about it for other videos, is bringing carts on top of a boat to the Ashlands. And I think one of the ones that I'd like to do is just bring a cart full of flour, or have like a boat over there that just has like flour in it at like a base near the Ashlands, because flour is such a huge component in the last, like, in the Ashlands foods and the Plains foods. It's not as much in the Mistlands foods, but there's so much barley used in the Ashlands foods that I would like to make a whole bunch of that now rather than later. And man, I haven't been using water buff this whole time, and kind of like, I don't know, just have it all pre-prepped. That way it's not something I have to worry about in the Ashlands. I think as long as when we get to the, like, Ashlands, Mistlands area, as long as I have good preparation going into it, it's going to be possible for us to get through it. It's going to be difficult, but stuff like pre-prepping, like barley, and making sure that we can always have the right food when we want it is something that will really help our ability to... something that'll really help our ability to make it through those difficult stages like that. And they're coming up now that we're in the plains. Like, I got to start thinking about it, so... Alright, back out to get iron rather than going right. This time at this island, we're going to go left, and we'll be all the way out by bone mass. I may get a little lost, but we always got the tree to show us our way back, and we'll just kind of meander around for a bit. Okay, I can't tell. I think this is an entirely different swamp. That's all Mistlands back there. We went up a different way this time, even further. That might be the bone mass swamp right there, actually. Now that I'm looking at the layout of this and thinking about where I'm at on the map, but it doesn't really matter. Wherever I see a swamp crypt at, I'll hop out and do that. But Yeah, I think bone mass should be like on this shore right here. Or like in this little swamp right here. Could be completely wrong and completely off. I actually thought it was a little further away than this. But if we seem to be hitting Mistlands, then we're hitting Mistlands, so... and I don't know. I don't really care where Bone Mass is at. If I really want to find him again for... I mean, I don't need to find him again. I don't need to fight him again. But if I really want to, I'll actually do that. Right now, I'm not necessarily looking for that. I'm more just looking for any Swamp Crypt at all. I just knew that there was a lot by Bone Mass. Yeah, Bone Mass isn't over here. This is not the same swamp. I'm trying to remember if I've been at this one or not. Yes, markers would be helpful, but unless I have a marker telling me when and why I was there, I still don't know that it would really help me that much. So, oh no, I'm right. Yeah, that's Bone Mass right there. Okay, cool. So there should be Swamp Crypts. Okay, maybe have a little more faith in myself. I think it's because last time I came from on that backside, so I had no clue what this edge of it looked like. But I was right about the positioning of it. That is where Bone Mass is at right there. So, there should be Swamp Crypts right over here. That's sick, because now I also understand I have a good layout of the map in my head right now of where everything is placed at. So, okay. So we should have more Swamp Crypts back on this edge. They'll actually be closer to this water point anyways. And there's a bunch of abominations on the other side that I don't want to deal with. So we ain't going to do that. Yeah, alright, sick. Well, I guess we'll find them and park up. I was right. Even if I didn't have confidence in the fact that I was right. But that means we just head straight back that way when we're done. Dip around the little swamp that I stopped at, like, second episode of Swamp, and, okay, there's an abomination. And, yeah, we'll be right back to base. I'm feeling really good that I can get out to Mistlands like this and be perfectly knowledgeable about like where I am and stuff. That feels good. I gotta gain a little bit more confidence with it. But it's been so long since I've been out here. It's been like a week or two since I've been out here, and tons of hours like in between then and now. And so that actually does feel amazing. But all right, cool. We'll find our spot. We'll get some iron. And, I mean, there should be no excuse for me to not have enough after going through this swamp, because I know that there's a ton over here. Here we go, a Swamp Crypt I was already in. Let's see what's still in here. I really hope I didn't actually clear these and forget about it. No, I didn't. I still hear stuff in here. Yeah, these are not at all fully cleared. There's still a big room in there. This is where I found the Bone Mass Stone at, to get to where I needed to go to actually find Bone Mass in the first place. So we're just gonna start digging through this and picking up everything that I can, picking up as much iron as I can. We're pretty close to the boat, and I mean it's morning of day 145, so we should be able to head. I mean, we should be able to, if we get a ton quickly, we can head back, because I know there's some in chests and stuff inside of here that I never finished getting back from last time. So we have an opportunity here to make this a quick journey that's everything we need. We can get back and continue to do more stuff this episode, rather than spend the entire Plains episode in the swamp. Okay, first Swamp Crypt is cleared. Second one is getting there. Actually, there's a third one down there. I don't know that I'm going to clear all of these. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea, because, like, I don't know, like, we're going to need iron. We're going to need more iron at many points in the game, and it's like, how many times do we really want to sail back up here? But also, it's like, how much time do I want to, like, you know, like I said, like, how much time do I want to spend up here today, or how much time do I want to spend in the Plains villages? So, let's look how much we have. I said I wanted at least 60. If we get over 100, we'll probably head back, because it's just... It's not overkill, because I know we'll need it, right? We're going to need hundreds. But really, for the padded iron armor, it's not that expensive iron-wise. It's much more expensive linen-wise. So, and we got that farming out. Let's take these chains so we can pack more iron in. I mean, that's already 79. We can drop that so we can carry a little bit more. I mean, we have a decent amount of stuff in here. And drop this so we can carry more. I don't really want the ooze. Yeah, I mean, I think we keep pushing. I think we keep pushing at least till daytime, just because it makes sense to. But we are already almost, like, completely... I mean, we were already past how much iron I need. I just, at this point, like, we're going to need to build... I'm thinking, like, in the future, we're going to need to rebuild multiple, like, bases and stuff like that. And we'll have to come back to a swamp at some point. We will need more iron. Like, I know that. And now I know how to get to this one fairly easily, which is cool. There's another swamp crypt right back there. That one was also cleared. Okay, I'm going to get my rested buff back from this one real quick. I'm going to go check how much is in that other one, just to see, like, that other one's already fully cleared. I think that, and then I have a new one that I just opened as well. That's where I just got that last iron bit from. So there's a couple different places to just check real quick. But I think I'm ready to head back soon. I think, like I said, we get 100, 120. Actually, I should look up how much the full padded iron armor set takes. But other than that, like, we'll be good. Also, I forgot to put up the sign when I was back at base. We're going to do that before the end of the episode for the new person that gave super thanks on YouTube. And I need to check for new members. But we are going to do that before the end of the episode. I will literally be on for... If I have to be on for an extra hour to get back to that base, I will. Just to make sure that I get those people included. So, do not worry. Do not worry. We will get that stuff put up. But for right now, iron is good. We're going to be fine. And, yeah. Alright. Just hang out here for a little bit. We got our rested buff back. We'll go check out our last couple swamp crypts. I'll get you guys a total count before we start heading back, and then it's just going to be straight back to base. Probably replant flax one more time if it's ready again. And then go back to the main base, set up those signs, and set up some of the new crafting stations and stuff that we need. Okay, I was actually wrong. I said... Oh, I do need that. Okay. I said I didn't know if I was gonna get more iron than 100, but it is 96 for just the padded iron set. So, yeah, I will actually. Guess I will be spending, I don't know, maybe another day here. I don't know how much more we got to offer. We still got 40 pounds of weight we can carry. We got Drugger Elite Trophy for another one for a sledgehammer if we want it. Figure it won't hurt to have though. But yeah, oh, we got another iron gate like this. Odd. Second one of these I've seen in the series. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, it's a good room. Oh, tell me this is one of the long hallway rooms. It's not, is it? Oh, it is. Yes, these are my favorite rooms. We got plenty of trader stuff. But yeah, 96 plus... There we go. There we go. Oh, we need to drop 14 of it. Gonna drop all of that. No, hold on. Math bad. Still math bad. We can come back and get that 10. There's probably more in this other chest too. No, there's not. Okay. But we're gonna need... Oh, there's more iron there. 96 plus that. So that puts us at 111 plus, which might be bad math. I apologize if it is. 121. Say 4 of these, I think, would be a good idea. Or 3 of these. I don't know. Say 1 for now. At least 124. But we could go up to like 130 with that. And then we also need probably 2 spinning wheels. So like we're looking at like... Oh, and we need the food prep table for the other base. We're probably looking at like 130 to 140 being a much more realistic number for what I could need and or use. And so... I mean, we'll see. I might have close to that back at base. Or not at base. Back over here now, but I'm not sure. I don't think I have quite that much. And I actually think the Bone Mass Swamp is almost dried up of Swamp Crypt. Unless I go the opposite way, unless I go away from Bone Mass, there's a chance that there might be more that way. But currently, I think we may. I mean, we're not going to go to another swamp. I know that for sure. I'll head back with what I got now if I have to. Because I would really like to get at least... I want to go clear the tar pit so I have a better rested area back at main base and get barley. Those are the other 2 things I really want to do today. So I got about an hour left in my playing to do so. That's not a lot of time considering I got to sail all the way back to base before I do any of that and smelt up the iron. But even if the iron's just sitting at base to be turned into something next episode, that is a-okay by me. Let's see how much we got total in here. Good. There, here, boom. 143. That's about what I said I needed. There's 10 more. Should I just go? I'll go grab the last 10. It's 153. We'll break down. There's also a couple more on the ground and a couple more chests in there that I can grab real quick. It's not going to take that long. We'll go grab them. It's worth. We'll bring it back. That's everything. We're going to take it right back home. I got my modder buff because I didn't use it to get up here. I got lucky on my win, so that was good. And we should be able to book it straight back with modder. And I don't know. Like, that's a pretty good run up here. That's pretty successful, pretty uneventful. We got a bunch of more entrails for food. And then we're going to spend probably the rest of the episodes after we get back there, put up our signs and smelt some iron. We're going to spend the rest of the episode in the plains, where we'll probably actually log off again. Because we need, like I said, that barley and that tar is one of the most important things that I need over there. And then if I have a little bit of extra time, we're going to look at expanding that base in the plains to actually have like a rested area and crafting area, because I just think we go past it so much that it would be nice to be able to stop there, sleep there, get our rested buff back there, and fix everything that we need to there. Oh, well, I mean, if that's going to give it to us, I guess we'll just take it. Didn't get the iron we needed. I actually could not find my way back there. I was out of rested, and I was tired of looking, so we're just coming back. But we still got our 140. I said I wanted like 120, 130, so... Also, people have been there's been so many comments about me zooming out. I don't know what it is. I like to play the game super up close. I get I could play out here, and it would probably help me see more and stuff, but... It's just this is just how I play, so, I mean, I'll try and use it a little bit more. I do see it when I'm sailing that, like, it looks ridiculous to have my thing, like, way pushed up against the edge of my boat, but that just is, you know, just is how I go. Also, now, like, I don't know, the more you explore, the smaller the map feels. So, like, when we came out of the plains, past that plains pass for the first time to get iron and look for bone mass, we stopped at that corner right there. Bone mass is right there. Like, it's really not that far. But instead, we went out and around into the Mistlands and to a whole bunch of other areas. But, like, once you get the idea, this is why I feel like I don't always need markers. Once you get the idea of where you're going and how your world is set up and, like, you know, like, how the little passages are, and you get your sense of direction, it becomes really, really easy to navigate back and forth around all sorts of different places. And like, you can do it really efficiently, almost maybe more efficiently than you could with a map, because you have to think about all the different paths that you've gone to get there and stuff like that. And obviously you could see it on a map, but when you just got it all in that mental image that works together, it's just kind of crazy. So yeah, we have a swamp crypt right over there that we stopped at, like, second episode of the swamp, and then bone mass was right there behind us the whole time, and just didn't know it. So alright, well, we got some chitin. I think I'll probably use it for a harpoon, just because I'm tired of the serpents falling in the ocean. I've never actually really used a harpoon before. I normally just try and drag them to the water by having them follow my boat, but I think you just grab it and pull it towards your boat, and then you can, like, you know, kind of pull it into shore and kill it like that. I think that's how it works, but we can also probably use it for things like pulling locks into holes to tame them, so it's definitely going to come in handy. Yeah, we're headed back. I'll bring you guys back. We'll stop at the plains base again and see how the crops are doing. If they don't need to replant it, I won't bring you guys back, just so we don't have to see it. But if they are replanting, we'll count how many we got again. Maybe we'll take like 10 back with us, or if we have more than 100, we'll take that back with us just to get a good count on like how much we have. We'll sleep at that base real quick, and we'll be back in no time. Alright, we are back to base. Let's put up a new sign. Just ran out of food. We should have stopped at the trader, but that's okay. We'll stop on the way back up, because it's mainly the idea of being able to make the special type of bait, and I don't really plan. I think we could work on the Death Skeeto stuff next time. It would have been nice for today, but that's okay. Take this with us. Also, I just got probably one of the biggest fish I've seen in Valheim. Check this boy out. That's a decent sized fish. I don't even have a fishing rod. I just caught him on the shore with my hands. Let's see if we can get all of this up. It's gonna be... Boom, boom. There we go. 1,200 pounds. Carry this up. Like I said, we got a sign to put up and everything, but we are back to base. We're gonna start smelting iron. I probably won't finish it before I head back out, but I do need more food and stuff, so we'll see. But we are back here. We need to replant some stuff while we're back here. Mostly just onions, but we need to check on the wolves. We need to check on the boar. And, we'll be headed back to the plains for the last part of the episode. Pretty excited. I don't know that we'll get everything that I want done. But if I had to pick between the two, I think we're going to go up. Maybe we'll go up, replant barley, clear our tar pit, and that'll be it for the day. Because I don't know that we're going to be able to get... Or to replant the flax. Sorry. Go up, replant flax, get tar pit. Maybe come back down, but I doubt we'll come back down. We'll buy the fishing rod and bait on our way up, so we can at least have that in our boat for whenever we want it. Got a decent amount of stuff to trade and turn into coins. And it's been a good day. We got our iron. We'll have our padded iron next episode. Obviously, I've talked about this a little bit, but the progression slows a little bit once you get to this point. Like, I know all it seems like we did today was go get some iron from the swamp, and that would have been like a quarter of an old episode, but it's just, I don't know, we got to go further, we got to do more. Me forgetting the swamp key at the beginning wasn't as good, but and now that everything holidays-wise is over, I should be pretty much back to, I actually want to try and get the daily episodes up to 2 hours a day. Before the new year starts, and then continue that into next year. That's the plan, with movies in the background and stuff like that. It could be a little bit before you guys start to see the effects of that, but I do have plans to go back. I know these have been like 30 minutes to an hour the last couple days, but of course, out of all months I picked, December was one of the most like volatile months to pick to do everyday uploads. It was really good for some reasons. It was really good for like monetization and ads and stuff like that, and it was, you know, difficult because holidays and family and time, and, you know, but it's also good because you guys are, most people are on break or they have some days off from work and stuff like that. So, you know, whatever I can provide, you know, whatever I can get you guys. But like I said, for right now, we're back here. We plan to do that stuff, and that's going to start taking, you guys will see the effects of that, a little bit longer videos as the next couple days progress going into the new year. So, all right, we got this going. We got one more sign to put up. Let's do that real quick. We have, I'll just grab that. We'll need all of it. A poll. I'm going to pull the comment. I think he said Rudolph was the name he wanted up. Don't know if that's just a Christmas thing or if that's his actual name. Either way, pretty sick. I'll take either one. He wants Rudolph in green. No one has requested a color yet, but I'm down for that. Do that. I'm gonna copy it just to make, it's tiny on my other screen and I'm terrible at typing. There we go. We got Rudolph. Alright. Thank you so much to everybody that's on this wall, that has become member, that has given super thanks on YouTube. It's been really cool. It's been amazing. Obviously around Christmas time as well has helped just a ton. So thank you so much. But yeah, we're back. We're going to do a little bit of iron, we're going to do a little bit of replanting, and we will head back out shortly to do the last little bit of what we got to do today. So, let's do it. Okay, iron's back here. It's processing. It's honestly not going to be done this episode like any of the iron that needs to be smelted or anything like that. So, I say we got this stuff done. We clear out the boat. How much is it for food prep table, and do I want to bring that with us? Because I don't know if I got enough extra. Oh, is it only 5? I thought it was 20. Okay, we'll take 5 with us. We'll actually take everything for it. So we need 15 leather scraps, 20 fine wood. Plenty of that. We're going to take that with us up there. Oh, we have oak trees we can get. We're going to take that up there with us so that way we can make the bait that we need to make. We're going to buy the bait and fishing rod on the way up there. And we're going to clear that tar pit so that we have tar to bring back at the beginning of next episode. When we get back, we should have more plants. So we will be able to, you know, we'll be able to actually like process some of the flax. And if we found some barley, we can maybe do some of that too. Probably take a while for our barley to grow though. And we may have to spend some time upgrading that plains base a little bit next episode. Maybe we'll do that while we tame some locks. That way we can kind of multitask it out. But for right now, we're going to head back to base. We're going to try and get some tar. And we're going to have our fishing rod and stuff so that way we can start to make Deathsquito potions next episode. Today's not been bad, though. We got our iron back. It's just been a lot of, like, you know, the little stuff and the progression that happens. But not necessarily any, like, dangerous combat or anything. It's just been kind of running around and doing the tasks I need done. So, nothing bad, but nothing amazing. We're just going to grab a birch tree since we only need 2 more fine wood. We'll make sure that the boat has enough room. I don't think we're really going to need a whole bunch, but maybe I'll bring the black metal up here real quick because we do have 30 of that. And then we'll be headed back to the plains, stop by the trader, and finish our episode off there for the day. Right, we have arrived. Let's do that and that. And let's go up here. Fishing rod, bait. Lots of it. I don't need the circlets. Stingy fishing bait, I think is the one I need. Yeah. Buy a couple. No reason not to. Alright. Let's throw that on here. So yeah, I don't know. I am terrible at fishing in Valheim. Like I said, I just don't think I understand the concept of how it works. Once I figure it out, it'll not be a problem. I think really the only fishing game I've played is the nostalgic Wii fishing and Sea of Thieves fishing. So I just have a feeling Valheim has its own little system, but we're gonna worry about that when we get to the plains. Maybe we'll fish a little bit today. I do have a little bit more time. Not a lot, but a little bit, and so it would be kind of cool to fish, I guess, but I don't really necessarily need to. Also some troll fish, so I can make the troll strength one. That would be cool as well, but for right now, that's the last thing we needed from the trader before we go back up to the plains. So we're headed back. I brought the food prep table so that we can make the new bait. We have our fueling trophies on us, so we can try and fish today to catch grouper, I think is what I'm trying to look for in the plains. But we're going to declare a little area because I don't want to get interrupted in the middle by getting hit by something like a death skeeto. We got another one. We're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to hop in the water with it as we get it low, if we can get it safely low enough to do that. Boat health. Okay. Making sure we just got solid boat health before we do this. How much does it tick off per shot? Okay, okay. Maybe a little shot there? Maybe another little shot? That's not a little shot. Ooh. There we go. How much did I get? 5 that time? Perfect. Oh, beautiful that I didn't pick up the meat first, or else I wouldn't have gotten any scales. I don't know how many it is for the shield, but we got 7 now. We got 13 meat. I didn't even think about that for food. I should have brought that so I could do plains villages, even if I can't do them this time because of arrows. We could have done it next time still. I mean, I guess we could always do it back at base, but this is why we need a cooking area at both bases. So, alright. Back to it. Figured I'd show you guys that. I have no clue how many it is for a shield because I don't normally make it. I think it's probably 10 or 12, so we're almost there. Maybe one more serpent on a stormy day like this. But also I'm doing a little bit of Valheim fishing research to try and figure out how to do it so I can try it up here when we get to the plains. No way. I've been gone for maybe 10 seconds. Oh, don't punch. Hold on. What's the boat at? Okay, we gotta get this one killed quickly. We don't actually want to take that many shots from this one. Let's get him low. We'll jump in the water again. I want the meat and the scales. We're fine. We got plenty of health on the boat. Yeah, don't hit. Okay, come on. Little shot. Did I get it that time? Looks like I got a few. 3 more. That's 10. I don't know if that's enough for it or not, but man, yeah, I literally had not gone that far. The ocean is blessing us today with many a serpents, so now we just got to make it to the base before it turns nighttime, because I really don't want to sail into the plains with no rested at nighttime. That would not be very cool. Oh, guys, I could not be stupider. Oh, yeah, everybody watched me do it too. I picked up those hide scraps to bring for the purpose of making the food table. And what did I throw in the water in panic of getting the serpent meat and scales? This stuff I brought. Because my coins are stacked, or unstacked. Alright, well, it is what it is. That's 100 flax so far. Let's see. Or no, not quite. Actually, that's 100 flax. 101. Oh man, are we gonna get a 101? Are we gonna get to make 1 into linen next time? Oh, 102. Perfect. 3. And 3. Alright. We'll replant these real quick before I go back. up to the tar pit. I have a plan for... Ooh, those might be too close together. I have a plan for all of the hide scraps I just threw out, but I have no clue if I'm going to get that lucky or not. But I think I should. I should get that lucky. I'll show you guys it when I go up and do it, but I'm going to get these replanted real quick so you guys don't have to be bored with the just random planting madness. All replanted. Got some mosquitoes and stuff down there. I know I'm going to have tar pits up here, tar monsters up here, probably 2 if I had to guess. There's also a couple of locks down there. I actually would really like to keep the locks down there for future tame purposes, but that's going to be next episode. But I'm going to try not to kill them for now because I would like to have them. What we're going to go do, I had to do this in the hardcore death settings series with no map and no portals. And what we did there was we had to go to a to a fueling village and destroy some of the crafting stations that are built around them, the tanning racks, to get hide. So that is what we will be doing to get ourselves hide. That one's dead. He seems to be stuck. Jump. You gonna jump or is he just gonna shoot again? Just gonna shoot again. Cool. Shoot. Yep, okay. We are gonna get the tar, we are gonna clear that pit out. But real quick, let's see what's up here. Okay, there are some tanning racks. And I have wood on me, so I should be able to just demolish them. Unless they don't work like that. Yeah, there's plenty. Okay. Can I just demolish it if I just make a... Yep, 12 other scraps. Sick. That's all that you need. This is actually, I'm pretty sure I did that for flint in the, pretty sure I did that for flint inside of the one series, but either way, it works. That's if you ever get stuck in the plains or like out even in the ashlands and stuff, and you need like flint or like boar hide for something, because you do need it for some of the later crafting stations or even things like food prep, then that is one of the best ways to go about getting it without coming all the way back to base, you know, if you don't have portals or something. Now, we also have a really good setup for this, where we can just dig straight into this and catch the edge of the oil, or the tar, bring it out, pick up our tar, head down to the base, and get everything that I need. Just the last thing that we need for today, because we'll be able to go back and make a hot tub, and the long table, and get our comfort up so that we can actually have like a full day journey without getting unrested, and that's all really useful. So I'm actually really excited to have that. What am I don't have a slot. I'm gonna need it for tar. Should not have brought my butcher's knife with me. I need to leave my cultivator here too. There's a bunch of things I need to start doing because that's how I planned them, but I just kind of keep forgetting. And I think next episode we are going to head straight back to base to probably get some of the iron. What did I forget? I don't remember what I forgot. I don't know. And I think we're going to wait to fish till next episode. But I can make the bait and stuff now. I just don't think I'm going to try it till next episode. Oh, come on. The tar is flowing. Oh, no. Okay. Let's not die of that, please. There we go. Okay. We're out. We're out. It's actually draining pretty well, too. We just dig down right here. And then kind of under this tar, that should be enough. Perhaps not. No, perhaps it is not enough to drain all of the tar. But I mean, even just a little bit. I'd just rather do this now before all the tar monsters respawn next episode, and then I gotta redo all this again. Let's lower this down as much as it'll let me and dump this area out as well. I'm really nervous about the mining sound getting something pissed off while I'm like stuck in the tar. This is such a good little plains though. Everything is like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's because I feel like the map is smaller because I understand how to do no map now. But really, Mistlands is not that far away from me. Plains is not that far away from me. Like, it's like maybe a day-long journey. So like, I mean, 20-minute sailing journey. And on no map, and no portals, that's really good. It's mainly the no portals that makes the difference. But on no portals, that's actually super sick. That's a good amount of like that's actually really close together. Wow, okay, the tar pit kind of just drained itself while I was gone. That's crazy. How much of this can I get so I never have to come back up here? There we go, there we go. I'm gonna actually try and get all of this. There's black metal and stuff down here as well. From previous ones. I want to get those big tar blobs that are in the middle. But yeah, I think really next episode is going to be the gearing up episode. We'll get locks, we'll get a bit of a farm going here, we'll have a better base here, and we'll start making the fire resistance meads as well as like starting to make the padded iron set. And then at that point, really it's going to be, I think we can start looking for Yagluth at that point. I mean, we'll need to go up at some point and upgrade our silver sword, which is going to be more mountain stuff. And that will be like, you know, that'll be a thing. It'll be difficult. It'll take a lot of time. But I think that once we get that fully upgraded, like that'll be it. Like we just need padded armor. We just need a bit more silver. And I could go get another wishbone, but I'm not that worried about it. I think we just take on the silver, just trying to find it with the Stagbreaker. But the goal is to get my padded iron first so that I have a little bit more resistance to wolf bites and, you know, maybe build like a porcupine because that's also pretty good against wolves. Just anything like that that can keep me alive in the mountains a little bit better, and we'll go back up there. It'll still be dangerous up there, but we'll have a bit better of a chance of surviving. So, all right, we got our tar, we got new people put on the wall, we got our iron for gear next episode, we got our plants replanted, so we'll have linen next episode, and I think that's gonna be it. Like I said, look forward to longer episodes, and I do continue to plan doing both movies and daily uploads into 2026. Hope you guys all had a good Christmas or a good Thursday and a good week so far. Daily uploads, like I said, even if I miss a day or two, I'm still planning on doing them as much as I possibly can, even after this series is over and into plenty others. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm currently trying to make it to 10,000 subscribers, and if you guys could help me get there, that would mean a lot to me. We're getting really close. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Saying thank you to all of the members and super thanks people on the wall back at base, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.